right, good morning, cyber traders. Happy Friday. Good to see you all. Grant, good to see you all. Brad, all those great people out there, cyber traders. It is let me tell you, I'm so excited about today. What happened yesterday? I mean, it's like, you know what? I felt like I went fishing and I got my 800-pound tuna. I mean, this UCAR yesterday, I did a class yesterday, and I know, listen, we sent out an email. I got some good replies back from somebody, so many of you here. I want to hear your feedback on it. But this UCAR was like a picture perfect, as in how to trade a breakout. And it's funny, yesterday, I was on actually it's going to be on today. I don't want to mention any names, but I'm going to be on the panel today, and with a bunch of gurus, and and the argument says, hey, what are you going to talk about? What are you talking about? What are you going to talk about? And one of the speakers like, well, I'm still trying to find something. I'm like, dude, did you see UCAR? We've been trading this thing, and this was at like 12 o'clock, and we were trading this thing at 10:30. Let me just show you what happened here, because there are a lot of you here that are logged in on YouTube and Facebook, and probably cyber group members. You've been here, and we have some new members here. But look at UCAR. This thing started around 10 o'clock. All of a sudden, we saw the stock in pre-market, but it really wasn't going anywhere. And then what happened right here, right around 10:15, I jumped into the stock, and it was a breakout. And listen, if you're a student, you can go back to the recording, and you could actually look at it, why I jumped in and how we knew about it. And then all of a sudden, listen, it was luck. Okay. I had no idea the damn thing was going to pop from like $5 all the way to about $7, like within minutes. All right. So that was a huge winner. And we were done with our class around 10:30 in the morning. And then you could see it did another big run right there. And then everyone jumped in. And then it did another big run at 12 o'clock. It ran from like 8 all the way to down to 11. And then look what happened this morning. This thing ran all the way up to $15. So listen, you can go back, backtrack us, everything else. But the key is you need to know how to find these stocks and why they go up. And that's why you're part of CTU. Okay. And listen, you can go back and trade your Teslas and your Amazons and your Facebooks, and then you can't afford them, obviously, some of you. So you got to trade the options because it's a cheaper way of doing it. But sometimes you don't have to do that. You could trade a stock like UCAR and you can kill it. And once again, you hear people talking about, now it's moving or this and that. Listen, this is to find these good swing trades and options trades. You got to know how to day trade first. And that's why we do that. But we're going to talk about a couple of these stocks and so on. And by the way, we're also going to make a quick announcement regarding about our subscriber winner, who's been, obviously a lot of you have been subscribing to us. And we're going to give you a free month of Cyber Group. We're going to make that announcement at the end of today's event in the next 10, 15 minutes. But let's also talk about some of the other stocks that move. But getting back to this, I just want to bring up my email. Okay. So Kevin, you could see him right here, and bring up his email. So Kevin, one of the students right here, you can see him right here. He said, I don't want to bring up too much, but I'll just copy and paste it. So I'll put this in the room. Kevin wrote this in the room. Here he goes. That was Kevin. He said, basically, I played at 480, and then I gained again at 920, but I left so much meat on the bone, so it was too early in both cases. I still made about 80 cents, but I should have made hit a home run ball on it. So he did pretty well on that stock. But the thing is this, I mean, like, that's okay. That's okay, because Kevin, we find stocks like this all the time. And it's just one of several of them. But we always get probably about one or two a week of these stocks right here. So we did pretty well on that. A couple of people wrote me a couple of emails. Steven, another student, he sent me his runs. And, he's basically he sent me his runs right here. He showed me where he got in, where he got out, where he got in, and where he got out. So you can see where, he made his basically ins and outs in UCAR. So, he did pretty well. Didn't trade too many shares, but you know what? He got in, he got out, he traded, scalping. He did pretty well. So really excited about that. I know a bunch of other of you also sent me a couple of emails. I can't get through all of them, but it's just great to see that, everyone replies back to those emails. And I like sharing everybody because some people don't realize that there's a whole world out there that you got to know how to play this game. And that's what it's all about. All right. So let's get right into what else we traded yesterday, because it just wasn't UCAR. There were a couple other stocks also that moved. There was another one. How about the GSIT? I mean, are you kidding me? You thought that look at this stock. We traded this stock in the last couple of days. This stock went from $1 to $5. Yesterday, it just did not stop. Okay, after 10:30, it went from 560, went to 650, then it went to $7, and then all the way to the close, it ran over to almost $8 a share. Iceberg orders everywhere. Another big home run here at Cyber Trading University of a stock that we traded. AI also made a big bounce yesterday, a little volatile, a little more expensive, but that stock went from 30 to 37. Carvana, I don't know what's up with Carvana. Carvana's been on a big tear lately. This stock 13 all the way to 16 all day long. Not as easy as the other ones that we traded, but that was pretty awesome. UPST, another big winner, 26 to 32. Another one that's been, not only been a good day trade, but it's been a phenomenal swing trade. So if you missed out, that was another one. And SOFI, we've been trading SOFI for a while. SOFI, another $5 stock, went to about 750 yesterday. It ran from like 660 all the way to 720. So yesterday was a really good day trading. Why was it a good day? Because Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are the best days. Now, can we repeat that on Friday? Well, we have class today. We have class today, so that's just keep you up to that. So if you missed yesterday, listen. Yesterday's class that I did wasn't the most exciting in the beginning, but let me tell you that UCAR changed everything. That was it's just that one little 5 minutes that makes it that much better at it. So that was a good little move yesterday. But listen, today it's a beautiful day here in New York, probably your neck of the woods. A lot of people want to be careful. The job reports came out. They were pretty good job numbers. Market's up about 234 points on the Dow right now. So you know what? I like trading on Fridays, especially this summertime, because sometimes these companies have to come out with news and they'll be there. Now, let me just get back to UCAR. Okay, so we know about UCAR. It's up about another 67%. It was up about 400% yesterday. Just be careful, UCAR. I'm not a fan going back to this stock. Now, we did see the stock. It went from $8.75 on the IPO, but be very, very careful of UCAR. UCAR was a category 1 yesterday trading stock. Now this thing all of a sudden got to a 4 and a 5. All right. Now be careful. Now the stock that did really well this morning, the good one, the new one is MMV. Okay. So MMV is just, we found it this morning, and this was a latecomer. This stock, let me just bring this up here. So this stock started right at 840. Okay. And I did post that up there in the cyber group room. I know some of you here on YouTube probably, like I said, click on that little link on the top left-hand corner. You want to get in there, we'll get you in there so you can get into the pre-market. But we watched that stock from $1. Look at this damn thing. It's up 158% today. Now, there are iceberg orders bidding it up right now. Let me just show you right here. You can see there's a 51,000 share buyer out there. You could see that the stock is pushing up nicely. It's kind of probably going to go up. I mean, the next big iceberg order is probably not here till you can see 330 for 67,000 shares. All right. So that's where we're at there. But the buyers showed up. Stock is moving pretty nicely. This stock had some good volatility back in, we traded this stock. If you remember, go back to your journals last year, back in January. But MMV doing really nicely, trending pretty. Okay. And not only that, this thing right here is probably a category. It was a 1, but it's definitely a 2, moving up pretty nicely. So that one we got up on our watch list. So we got MMV. All right. Did I put that on the? Yeah, it wasn't on the watch. It wasn't on the pre-market watch list because it came a little late, because that list we usually post a little bit earlier. Now, another stock that's up there, CNTB. So this stock, I would be a little careful. It had a good move around 7 a.m. and then after about 7:30, it kind of died. But this could be like another UCAR. It could just pop out of nowhere. So, being up by 42% is one thing, but I like the other two a lot better. DGLY, we traded this stock too many of times. Okay. Spreads big. big, thick spread to be a little careful of it. It's got some good movement in it. It's got resistance levels back in February. I don't know what's up to the iceberg orders. Volume is a little light. It's only 100,000 shares right now. So me going out there on level 4, probably not going to see too much action out there. All right. So what else we got going on here? I always like to look over here on the most volume leaders too. So those 3 stocks that we found are there: Tesla, LCID, SOFI's back on there. I'm going to throw SOFI back on the watch list too. So she's obviously moving well yesterday. She's moving decent today, 1.4 million shares. Pretty much everything we're looking for. New York Stock Exchange. I didn't see crap there. Let's see if anything showed up. 91,000 shares, 50,000. New York really stinks in pre-market. You know, I'm such a big NASDAQ is just so much better. You know, so much better. You know, to find a lot of these stocks that are moving pre-market. All right, so it's okay. We don't have a big list. We only need one. That's all we need. You saw what happened Thursday, and you saw what happened today. Now, let me make it a quick announcement. Who's the winner? All right. So the winner of our cyber group, if you're watching on social media, I'm going to post it up right here, is going to be Alan. So winner is Alan Voss. So Alan Voss, if you're listening or you get this recording later, you got 1 month free cyber group. Make sure you just send us an email and we'll get you registered and take care of that. But for everybody else, listen, take your phone, scan that little QR code on top or click on the link, get in the trading room. And like I said, we'll be able to, once again, see how we find these stocks. Manuel is saying Carvana just collapsed. Wow, did it collapse? It sure did. That's why I don't have it on my list, right? That's why we don't have it there. But it was great yesterday. Be careful. Carvana is not the tradable stock right now like we had early in the morning, all right, in the last 2 days. So to be very careful. It gets very, very volatile. It's a little bit easier of a swing trade, a little bit more difficult on the day trade. All right, let's get ready. I got to get ready for class at 9:30, everybody. If you want to get into there, talk to education advisors, cyber group members. You see something, you say something. I know we have a lot of new trial members that registered and are doing a trial in the cyber group. Please keep in mind, do not buy anything. You are only here to watch, and you're not here to judge as the winners. You're here to judge as the losers, because you want to see how we control them, because that's everyone's biggest problem. In the meantime, I'll be away this week. I have to do a speaking down in Florida. I'll be back on Wednesday. Staff here will be here and take care of you. All the other instructors at Cyber Trading will, Josh and Rich and John and everyone else, Alex, everyone here will be able to take care of you. But I'll be back then. In the meantime, I'll see the rest of you in class. And if I don't see you, enjoy the rest of your weekend. And don't forget, we'll be here live also here at 2:30 this afternoon. We'll see you then. Happy trading, everyone, and be safe.